Okay. Welcome everyone to the Hyperdigital Designs Workshop. This event has been over a year in the making. We're very excited to have you for a full day of very wonderful talks. We have about 16 talks scheduled, half of them in person, half of them virtual and online. So today we're going to be speaking about the concept of the hyperdigital and its creative importance for the design and use of digital technologies. The hyperdigital was a concept that Jane and I worked together collaboratively to conceive of, beginning at the Diverse Intelligence Summer Institute conference in St. Andrews, Scotland this past summer. We gathered together as a team, beginning with Ginny and I, and then continuing on with Brandon and Olivia Thomas, who are joining us online today, to conceive of a way of thinking about higher creative reflections on the origin, interpretation, and use of digital technologies for human flourishing and for artistic purposes. This was in part motivated by my own philosophical reflections on the concept of mechanism, cyberneticism, and digital computers, and in part also by Ginny's previous work in Plot Twisters on thinking about narrative futures and about the way in which we can design and use digital technologies for better ends. It's in part motivated by a suspicion of the previous way people have talked about how digital technologies have shaped and directed our lives, and on the other hand, with a kind of criticism towards the way that the rhetoric of the post-digital has involved an infinite amplification of entangled relations that can't acquire any definite meaning or direction for human purposes. So in order to recover that sense of human agency, responsibility, and the urgent call to examine our digital technologies for ethical use, we've begun to investigate not only the way that we can analyze digital technologies, but also the way that we can reappropriate and reuse them, neither as an assimilation to a kind of cloud of digital technologies or as a cynical acquiescence to our faded demands, but rather as a way of calling upon a higher reflection and responsibility for their creative use. And Jenny will say a few more things about how she came to it as well.
Sure, yeah. I'm Jenny. I'm a design practitioner, but I'm also very passionate about this topic theoretically. And so I'm excited for today. We're going to have a host of, I guess, interdisciplinary talks. So we're going to talk about how these machines come to be from a variety of perspectives, both practical and philosophical. And yeah, I guess like my one extension of this is that like this morning, I was talking to Ryan and Y2K on the train on the way here, and I was thinking about how machines are very strange. And I think when I start to really think about what they are, what technology is, it can leave me feeling a void of emotion where I'm kind of confused and not really sure what to feel. And I think this oscillation between these two attitudes toward technology, where we can on one hand just totally assimilate to it and just accept that social media is the way it is, trains work the way that they work, and this is what it is. And on the other hand, if we really subsume ourselves in kind of cynicism and doubt and fear about technology, we might really just be dreadful most of the time. And so I think a big purpose of this conference is to just think about, I guess, the space between these two experiences and what emotions are possible and what are other ways of relating to technology that could exist in this space and what can we imagine. So that's kind of my interpretation of the hyperdigital. I think that it's going to be a really good day. So without further ado, I guess Ryan's the first talk of the day, so I'll leave and sit down.